Yeah. Good evening to all the participants. We are back again with revisionary classes for Inter FM. Today, we would be revising the chapter of investment decision and dividend decisions. Okay? So, you know that in financial management, every financial manager or CFO of any company has to take three decisions in their FM life. कौन से तीन डिसीजन लेने होते हैं? One is financing decisions, one is investment decision, one is dividend decision. तो आज हम इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन एंड डिविडेंड डिसीजन दोनों डिसीजंस का रिवीजन करेंगे. सो इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन इट इज अबाउट कैपिटल बजटिंग. डिविडेंड डिसीजन it is about what to do with the surplus. डिविडेंड इज नथिंग बट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ सरप्लस. कंपनी ने जो प्रॉफिट कमाया वो प्रॉफिट का क्या करना चाहिए? डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना चाहिए, बांट देना चाहिए शेयर होल्डर्स में, या कंपनी को अपने पास रिटेन करना चाहिए? अच्छा, अगर बांटना चाहिए, इफ द कंपनी वांट्स टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट, देन व्हाट शुड बी द ऑप्टिमम पे आउट रेशियो? 20%, 40%, 60%, कितना डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करें? सो दैट ऑल विल सी अंडर डिविडेंड डिसीजंस. ठीक है. सो टू स्टार्ट विथ, let's begin with investment decisions. Let's quickly revise. Couldn't I have doubt regarding previous year question paper May 24 question point 2. Okay, if time permits, we will see into that as well. If time permits, I will solve all the doubts of all the students. So for now, let's begin with investment decisions. What was the objective of this chapter? The basic objective of this chapter, आपने इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन, इट वाज नथिंग अबाउट कैपिटल बजटिंग. करेक्ट. ये चैप्टर का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या था? द प्राइमरी, और आई वुड से द की कोर ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस चैप्टर वाज टू डिसाइड. डिसीजन लेना था. क्या डिसीजन लेना था? वेदर टू इन्वेस्ट इन द प्रोजेक्ट और नॉट. whether to invest in the project or not. Means, as a financial manager of a company, you have to evaluate different projects and you have to take a decision कि हम इस project में invest करें कि नहीं करें. Are you following? And to make these decisions, or to help you in taking these decisions, you have learned different capital budgeting techniques. Today is just the revision of these budgeting techniques. But these techniques, capital budgeting techniques बोलो या capital budgeting alternatives या methods बोलो, this helped you in deciding कि क्या हमें प्रोजेक्ट में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए कि नहीं. Are you following? So what all different techniques had you learned in this chapter? Tell me, what all different techniques you learned in this chapter? Can I say हमने इस चैप्टर में 7 टेक्निक देखी थी. Payback period, PBP. Yes or no? After payback period, we learned about discounted payback period. Correct? उसके बाद we learned about accounting rate of return, ARR. Accounting rate of return or average rate of return that the project gives. Fourth, highly important NPV technique. Highly, very highly important NPV technique. उसके बाद profitability index, PI, profitability index, which was also called as desirability factor. Yes or no? Sixth, we learned about internal rate of return. Yeah, correct. And last, EFG, last but not the least, we also learned about modified IRR. So in today's session, I would be quickly revising, or I would say a quick recap of all these 7 techniques so that your concepts gets brushed up. So this session would be, I would say, a trailer to the movie of capital budgeting. ठीक है? Understood? फिर there were some other concepts as well. Like you have seen that NPV and IRR were giving conflicting results. What do you mean by conflicting results? Means let's say there are two projects, project A and B. तो एनपीवी बोलता था प्रोजेक्ट ए सिलेक्ट होना चाहिए, whereas आईआरआर बोलता था प्रोजेक्ट बी सिलेक्ट होना चाहिए. So why these conflicting results were coming up? What are the reasons of conflicting results between NPV and IRR? That also we will just quickly revise. Then we will revise a concept called capital rationing, where you had constraint of funds, but there are multiple projects with positive NPV. Means बहुत सारे projects है, सबका NPV is positive. So ideally you should select all the projects. But there is constraint or restriction on the capital that you hold. Correct? वो भी सीखेंगे. Understood? So let's just quickly revise. Let's start with payback period. दोस्तों बताओ आपने payback period का मतलब क्या समझा है? What do you mean by payback period? Tell me. Number of year investment amount. Yeah. Miss Tanu had correctly mentioned all the techniques. Pooja, tell me, what do you mean by payback period? Can I say payback period is the time taken by the project to recover its original investment? मैं कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट लूंगा, आई हैव टू इन्वेस्ट इन दैट प्रोजेक्ट, तो मेरा इनिशियल कॉस्ट कितने साल में रिकवर होगा? दैट इज पेबैक पीरियड. टाइम इन years taken to recover original investment or initial cost. ओरिजिनल इन्वेस्टमेंट बोलो या इनिशियल कॉस्ट बोलो, इट इज one and the same. Let's say your investment, let's say you are starting a new manufacturing unit and your initial cost is 10 lakhs. आपको 10 लाख इन्वेस्ट करना है to start a manufacturing unit. Now you are contemplating that every year मुझे इस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग बिजनेस से कैश फ्लो 2 लाख का होगा. Every year 2 lakh का होगा till eternity. Tell me, what is your payback period? 10 lakh is the original investment. 2 lakh is the amount of cash flows that you generate every year. Tell me, what is the payback period? How much time? Yeah, correct. 5 years. 5 years, correct. 5 years. So payback period. Can I say ये 5 साल कैसे आया? Can I say what you did is you applied a formula in your brains. What was the formula? Initial cost divided by annual cash flow per annum. ये आपके ब्रेन ने, आपके दिमाग ने ये फॉर्मूला अप्लाई करी है, तब जाके ये 5 years आया. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? बट यू आर नॉट अवेयर कि ये फॉर्मूला अप्लाई हो चुकी है दिमाग में. सो इनिशियल कॉस्ट 10 lakh divided by 2 lakh is the cash flow per annum, so which comes to 5 years. So this was how you calculated payback period. But a small twist over here. In my current example, मैंने क्या assume किया कि 2 lakh per annum is the constant cash flow every year. But ऐसा possible है ना कि every year cash flows is variable. जैसे कि फर्स्ट ईयर में 2 लाख, सेकेंड ईयर में 5 लाख, थर्ड ईयर में 3 लाख, फोर्थ ईयर में 4 लाख, any amount, any random amount. So in that case, how did we calculate payback period? What was the way of calculating payback period? बताओ. So this formula can be applied only when cash flows per annum are constant. Yes, Bushra, you are right. Not PV. We are just talking about payback period. PV कब आएगा? जब discounted payback period हो तब. Yeah, Pooja is also correct. We used to prepare column of cumulative cash flow. Just a quick example. Initial cost 10 lakhs and your cash flows per annum. Sorry, cash flows for the year are as follows. 4 lakh in year 1, 3 lakh in year 2, 4 lakh in year 3, 2 lakh in year 4. And for the time being, for the simplicity, let's assume the life of the project is 4 years. Life of project is 4 years. So ऐसे केस में you cannot apply the formula 10 lakh divided by sir 4, 7, 11, 13. No, that will be wrong answer. You cannot apply that. The above formula can be applied only if cash flows per annum are constant. Every year 2 लाख होने चाहिए तभी जाके ये फॉर्मूला अप्लाई होगी. इन दिस केस हाउ डिड वी सॉल्व? हम क्यूम्युलेटिव कैश फ्लोज का टेबल बना देते हैं. जस्ट सी व्हाट आई एम डूइंग एंड ट्राई टू रिकलेक्ट. क्या हमने ऐसे ही फॉलो किया था? यही वे फॉलो किया था. 4 लाख, 3 लाख, 4 लाख, 2 लाख. फिर हम यहाँ पे क्यूम्युलेटिव कैश फ्लोज का टेबल बना देते हैं. So in year 1, total cash flows at the end of year 1 comes to 4 lakh. Till the end of year 2, my cumulative cash flow would be 4 plus 3 lakh. मतलब कि 2 साल के अंत तक मेरा कैश फ्लोज कितना जमा हुआ होगा? Can I say year 1 का 4 lakh plus year 2 का 3 lakh? So year 2 के अंत तक, till the end of year 2, right from the start, my cumulative cash flow is 7 lakh. 11 लाख एंड 13 लाख. करेक्ट. फिर हम क्या करते थे इसके बाद? वी यूज टू आइडेंटिफाई कि हमारा इनिशियल कॉस्ट जो 10 लाख है वो कौन से साल के बीच रिकवर हो रहा है. आर यू फॉलोइंग दिस? सो हम क्या करते थे? कैन आई से योर 10 लाख इज गेटिंग रिकवर्ड समवेयर बिटवीन ईयर 2 and 3? Yes or no? Are you getting this? So it is getting recovered somewhere between year 2 and 3. So can I say your payback period is 2 plus something? 2 साल तो है ही, because 2 साल तक we have just recovered 7 lakh and we need to recover 10 lakhs. Correct? So अब हम क्या करते थे? We used to do interpolation. We have identified कि 10 lakhs would get recovered somewhere between year 2 and 3. That is for sure. So 2 plus something should be my payback period. Correct? अब हम क्या करते थे? अब हम interpolation करते थे कि ईयर 2 and 3 के बीच हाउ मच वॉज द कैश फ्लो दैट आई वांट? कैन आई से 7 से 11 हो गया, मीन्स 4 लाख कमाया पूरे एक साल में. यस और नो? इन द एंटायर 1 year टाइम पीरियड आई हैड रिकवर्ड 4 lakhs. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? मीन्स 7 लाख से 11 लाख हुआ, मैंने 4 लाख कमाई की. बट कैन आई से if I had recovered 3 lakhs only, then my job was done. मुझे 4 लाख की जरूरत नहीं थी, मुझे 4 लाख रिकवर करने की जरूरत नहीं थी. Even if I had recovered 3 lakh only, I would have reached to my initial cost. Correct? Yes or no? फिर हम इंटरपोलेशन करते थे. क्या करते थे? इंटरपोलेशन कैसे करते थे? By interpolation. Can I say in the entire 1 year time, that is from year 2 and 3, I have earned, or I would say recovered 4 lakhs. But it is sufficient for me to recover 3 lakhs to reach at initial cost. Correct? तो 3 लाख को रिकवर होने में कितना टाइम लगेगा? Can I say 3 by 4 means 0.75? Yes or no? 3 by 4 means 0.75. So answer is 2 plus 0.75, which comes to 2.75 years. Almost पौने 3 साल. Understood everyone? Sorry sir, yeah, I am trying to use both the language. I am using English, Hindi plus English combination. ठीक है? So that all the students of all the parts of India can understand. So if I use English, then some of the students might find difficult. to understand or interpret. So I would be using English as well as Hindi so that all the students can understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, so this is how we used to calculate payback period if the cash flows are not constant every year. Are you following? So first we used to identify between which year my original investment is getting recovered. So we identified that it is getting recovered between year 2 and 3. So can I say payback period is 2 plus something? That is sure. Now how much is that something? For that something we use interpolation technique. Understood everyone? Any doubts in payback period? Any doubts how to calculate payback period? Now my question to you, think logically. Lower the payback period is better or higher the better? Tell me, lower the better, higher the better? Everyone. Lower. Obviously, I would want my initial investment to get recovered fast. मुझे ऐसा ही चाहिए कि मेरा जो इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट है 10 लाख का फट से रिकवर हो जाए. Understood? So always payback period lower the better. Understood? So this technique can be used by the company like, let's say if the company decides कि अगर प्रोजेक्ट का पेबैक पीरियड 4 साल से कम है then we should go for the project. Understood? So this is how this technique can be used practically. Company can set their standards. Okay, let's say if you are taking up a new project of manufacturing industry, of manufacturing plant, and if it is able to recover our original investment within 4 years, then we should go for the project. So in that case, payback period gets useful. But payback period के अपने ही कुछ disadvantages है. क्या disadvantage है? Disadvantage number 1. Can I say our working ended till the end of year 3? Are you getting this? इसके बाद आफ्टर 11 लाख वॉट एवर में बी द कैश फ्लोस, या 5 लाख होने दो, 10 लाख होने दो, 15 लाख होने दो, कुछ भी होने दो, payback period does not give importance to those cash flows because our job was done till year only. Our job was to find how much time it takes to recover the original investment. So 3 साल पे पहुंचने तक our job was done. Till the point we reached year 3, our job of payback period was done. So now after payback period point, whatever is the cash flow is irrelevant as per payback period technique. Are you getting this? So it ignores the cash flows that are generated after this point. Even there are chances of high cash flows generating after that point. Payback period के बाद ज्यादा कैश फ्लो भी होने दो, फिर भी it ignores that. Followed. Second disadvantage, a very biggest and very practical, that it ignores time value of money. It means 4th year का 2 लाख, 4th year में मिलने वाला 2 लाख और 3rd year में मिलने वाला 4 लाख is worth 4 lakh only today. This is what it is trying to say. Means the cash flow that will be generated at the end of 4th year, that is 2 lakh. Can I say it has to be worth less something today? But payback period says that 4 साल के बाद मिलने वाला 2 लाख is worth 2 lakh only today. Are you getting this? So this is also a biggest disadvantage of this technique, that it ignores time value of money. So to resolve this disadvantage, there is another technique, or I would say we would move to next technique called discounted payback period. So one of the disadvantages of normal payback period gets resolved by this technique. Discounted payback period considers time value of money. Is everyone following? Yes, it ignores time value of money. Correct. Understood? So one of the disadvantage, I would say biggest problem of payback period is getting resolved by our next technique called discounted payback period. Now, what is the difference between payback period and discounted payback period? The only difference is, instead of considering cumulative of cash flows, In this technique, under discounted payback period technique, we consider cumulative of present value of cash flows. Are you following? Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Cash flows was 4 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 2 lakh, and so on. For example. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे under normal payback period, we did cumulative of these cash flows, correct? But under discounted payback period, we will first find the present value of the cash flows. Yeah, are you following? And how to calculate present value? Can I see you discount it with cost of capital? I hope you know that. I hope you know how to discount the cash flows. Discounting means bringing the future cash flows to its present value. It means 4 साल के बाद जो मिलने वाला 2 लाख है, what is the worth today? That is discounting of future cash flows using cost of capital or WACC. ठीक है? So once present value of cash flow is found, now you do cumulation. Cumulation of PVCF. Yeah, are you getting this? And once this is done, follow the normal step of interpolation. Identify कि हमारा 10 लाख कौन से साल के बीच रिकवर होगा. Once that is identified, just apply the interpolation का logic. Is everyone following? So under discounted payback period and payback period, the only difference is under discounted PBB technique, we do present value. We first calculate present value of normal cash flows and then prepare cumulation ka table. Followed? Everyone? Any doubts? Any concerns? Yes, discounting factor rate would be either your cost of capital, WACC rate, or your desired rate of return from the project. What are you expecting from the project? That rate of return would be discounting rate. ठीक है? Followed everyone? Now think logically. Think. 2 minute लेना और मुझे बताना. Payback period higher होना चाहिए कि discounted payback period should be higher? Means what I'm trying to ask is, will discounted payback period be higher than payback period, or discounted payback period will be lower than payback period? Tell me. What is your opinion? Discounted, oh, Tanu says it is lower. Discounted payback period will be lower. Okay. Bushra also says discounted payback period will be lower. Okay. But students, Bushra and Tanu, you both are wrong. You both are wrong. Discounted payback period has to be higher than payback period. Why? Because we are discounting the cash flows. Can I say discounting of cash flows? Means can I say we are reducing the value of cash flows? Yes or no? Discounting means 4 साल के बाद जो 2 लाख मिलने वाला है, आज उसकी वैल्यू कितनी है? Can I say it would be less? Yes or no? So can I say these values would be less than these actual values? Are you getting this? Let's say 4 लाख का कुछ 3.5 लाख होगा, 3 लाख का कुछ 2 लाख होगा, 4 लाख का let's say 2.5 lakh. This is just a random discounting value, sir. And let's say this would be somewhere between 1 lakh. So can I say this flow of discounted cash flows would be less? So can I say it will take more time to recover? Are you following this? So discounted cash flows means if you are discounting the cash flows, you are bringing down its value. So once you bringing down the cash flow का value, उतना ज्यादा time लगेगा to recover the original investment. Are you following this? कैश फ्लो में नॉर्मल पेबैक पीरियड में क्या होता था? 4 लाख का 4 लाख ही रहता था, 3 लाख का 3 लाख ही रहता था, 4 लाख का 4 लाख ही रहता था, 2 लाख का 2 लाख ही रहता था. Are you getting this? So it was getting recovered fast because we are not bringing down the value. But under discounted payback period, we are bringing down the value. Followed? So higher the lower the value of cash flows, more time it will take to recover. Followed. So discounted payback period. Listen very carefully. Discounted payback period has to be higher than your payback period because you are discounting the value of cash flows. Understood, everyone? Tanu and Bushra, why it has to be higher? Followed. Okay, so this was about discounted payback period technique. Let's quickly move to ARR technique. ARR is average rate of return or accounting rate of return. See, the technique is understood from its name itself. Accounting rate of return means यहाँ पे हमें rate of return ढूंढना है. We have to find the return percentage, means profitability percentage, but from accounting perspective. Are you getting this? We have to find profitability percentage, but from accounting perspective. So can I say under the difference between accountancy, normal accountancy, accounting, and financial management is profit and cash flows. This is the major and the big difference between accountancy and financial management paper. Accountancy gives importance to profit, but financial management gives importance to cash flows. Are you following? Understood? So यहाँ पे हम cash flows नहीं लेंगे. बाकी सारे टेक्निक में, in all the other techniques, we give importance to cash flows. But under this technique, we are giving importance to accounting profit. Are you getting this? So can I say the formula was average NPAT, net profit after tax, divided by initial cost into 100. Understood? How much is the amount of your investment? How much is the profit that you are earning from the investment into 100? I'm not saying, see, give importance over here. I'm not saying how much is the cash flows that you have generated, but I'm saying how much is the profit after tax that you are generating from the project. Why? Because we have to calculate rate of return from accounting perspective. Are you getting this, everyone? Accountancy gives importance to profit. So let's say sales हो गया 50 लाख का. Understood? At the end of March. So can I say increase in revenue will increase my profit? But मान लो this amount is not yet recovered from debtors. So cash flow would be zero in this case. Are you getting this? So financial manager or FM ideally gives importance to this factor. कि 50 लाख का सेल हुआ है बट पैसा आया है कि नहीं, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस, फॉर फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर्स. एंड अकाउंटिंग पर्सन cares about this कि प्रॉफिट कितना हो रहा है. Followed. But since ARR is the rate of return based on accounting perspective, we have to take profit and not cash flows. Understood? And another formula is, since you are taking average in numerator, you also take average in denominator as well. So this is also the formula of ARR. Both is correct. Both will give different answers because यहाँ पे हम average नहीं ले रहे, but यहाँ पे we are averaging it out. Both will give different answers, but both are accepted by institute. Understood, everyone? ARR. So yes, be responsive like you are in today's session. Followed. So ARR is nothing but average NPAT divided by initial cost or average NPAT divided by average initial cost. Fourth technique, highly important, NPV technique. What is NPV? The full form is net present value. It is nothing but comparison of cash inflow minus cash outflow. CI is cash inflow, CO is cash outflow, but not in absolute terms. NPV technique says you compare the cash inflows with cash outflows and see whether you are earning profit or not. But compare it in relative terms. Relative terms means present value terms. Find the present value of cash inflow, find the present value of cash outflow. If it is positive, you should think of investing in the project, accept the project. If it is negative, reject the project. So it means bringing all the future calculation in today's terms. Are you getting this? सारे कैलकुलेशन फ्यूचर में होने वाले कैलकुलेशन को हम आज के तारीख में ला रहे हैं. That is NPV. Are you following this? So what was the selection criteria of NPV technique? If it is positive, accept the project. If NPV is positive, then accept the project. And if NPV is negative, reject the project. So now it is quite possible कि कंपनी के पास बहुत सारे प्रोजेक्ट के ऑप्शंस हो एंड बहुत सारे वो जो भी ऑप्शंस है प्रोजेक्ट के सबके एनपीवी पॉजिटिव हो. So NPV technique, this technique will say you should accept all the projects because all the projects are lucrative. They are giving positive NPV. So this technique says ideally you should go for all the projects. But if you have to decide between those projects, you have to just select one of that project. Can I say now these projects are called mutually exclusive projects? Means there are different options available in front of the financial manager. All the projects are having positive NPV. But of all these projects, you have to select only one. So this is called as mutually exclusive projects. बहुत सारे ऑप्शन में से एक चुनना है. It's like arranged marriage system. You have many options of grooms and brides, but you have to select one. So can I say you will select the best one according to your personal factors? So likewise, company will select the best one which gives highest NPV. Under FM, हमें पैसों से मतलब है. So जो ज्यादा पैसा देगा, the project that generates highest NPV in monetary terms, we will select that. Followed everyone? What is mutually exclusive? Yeah, correct. So NPV is nothing but PVCI, not just CI minus CO. You have to compare cash inflows with cash outflows, but in present value terms. Understood? Now, how to calculate PVCI? तो उसका पूरा फॉर्मेट हमने सीखा था. पूरा इनकम स्टेटमेंट का फॉर्मेट था. It used to start with sales. Yes or no? Variable cost. Give me contribution. फिर फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट माइनस कर देते एक्सक्लूडिंग डेप्रिसिएशन. So we would get operating profit, but this operating profit was before depreciation क्योंकि हमने इसमें से depreciation माइनस नहीं किया है. So that operating profit was called as net profit before depreciation and tax. Yes or no? Operating profit बोलो या net operating profit before depreciation and tax. From this, we used to subtract depreciation. So we used to get NPBT, net profit before tax. From this, tax minus करते थे, तो NPAT मिलता था. And from that, we used to again add back depreciation and get cash flows after tax, CFAT. Understood? तो तभी स्टूडेंट्स यूज टू गेट दिस क्वेश्चन कि सर व्हाई डिड वी सबट्रैक्टेड और डिडक्टेड डेप्रिसिएशन फर्स्ट एंड देन एडेड बैक अगेन. माइनस करके प्लस ही करना था. इफ यू वांटेड टू डिडक्ट एंड देन एड इट बैक अगेन, देन व्हाई डिड यू डू दिस थिंग? सो टेल मी, व्हाई डिड आई डू दिस? या टैक्स. Correct. Depreciation is an expense and it is a tax deductible expense. Although it is a non-cash expense, it is not included in my cash flows, but tax portion of depreciation, the tax savings that depreciation do for my company has to be included, has to be given effect for. Are you getting this? So पहले हम depreciation minus करते थे to get the correct amount of tax, to compute the correct tax figure. And once correct tax figure is calculated, उसको हम फेंक देते थे कि अब तेरी जरूरत नहीं है. तेरी जरूरत थी सिर्फ टू कंप्यूट दिस करेक्टली. वंस दिस इज डन, नाउ यू आर ऑफ नो यूज, वी आर थ्रोइंग यू बैक अगेन. Understood everyone? So this was the format to calculate PVCI. Just a quick revision of that. Now my next question to you. बाकी सारे चैप्टर्स में आपने जो इनकम स्टेटमेंट बनाया था, कहने से उसमें आप एनपीबीटी, सॉरी, और ऑपरेटिंग प्रॉफिट में से यू यूज टू डिडक्ट इंटरेस्ट, यस और नो? बट इस फॉर्मेट में कैन यू सी एनीवेयर इंटरेस्ट इज डिडक्टेड? आई हैव नॉट डिडक्टेड इंटरेस्ट एनीवेयर फ्रॉम दिस फॉर्मेट. तो सर, हम जो बाकी चैप्टर में फॉर्मेट सीखे इनकम स्टेटमेंट का, इज दैट करेक्ट और दिस करेक्ट? आई वुड से बोथ आर करेक्ट. आई वुड से बोथ आर करेक्ट. तो सर, इसमें आपने इंक्लूड क्यों नहीं किया? टेल मी, व्हाई डिडंट आई इंक्लूड इंटरेस्ट इन दिस? व्हाई डिडंट आई इंक्लूड मीन्स व्हाई डिडंट आई डिडक्टेड इंटरेस्ट इन दिस फॉर्मेट? बाकी जो रेशियोज का फॉर्मेट था, लेवरेजेस का फॉर्मेट था, इन दैट ऑल्सो वी यूज्ड टू प्रिपेयर इनकम स्टेटमेंट, and that income statement was similar to this statement. But in all that income statement, we used to deduct interest expense. But why not in capital budgeting? Can anyone think and tell me why I haven't included or subtracted interest in this statement? Think and tell me. You should have this question. Na? Did you have this question? Sir, because we are in calculating cash. If for calculating cash, can I say interest is also cash expense? Na? See, why interest is not an expense? Let's say I am raising funds through loan. Let's say I need initial, see, I have to invest, I have to do original investment in the project. So original investment, let's say मैं loan से लाया हूं. I have raised the debt, I have raised the money and invested in the initial cost. So can I say interest has to come in the project? So why it is not an expense? Understood, Bushra? Sir, again, due to tax. Why due to tax? Interest is also tax deductible, ना? So कहने से यहाँ पे डेप्रिसिएशन के साथ इंटरेस्ट भी माइनस होना चाहिए था. But why we are not subtracting or deducting interest? This is my question. See, interest is the expense that you pay on debt. So let's say the original investment that you did in the project was raised through debt. सो डेट से रेस किया, प्रोजेक्ट में लगाया, तो कहने से इंटरेस्ट तो आएगा. इंटरेस्ट आएगा, इट हैज टू बी पेड इन कैश एंड इट इज इन टैक्स डिडक्टेबल. देन व्हाई डिडंट वी इंक्लूड हियर? दिस इज माय क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन समझा? सो लेट मी टेल यू व्हाई आई हैवंट इंक्लूडेड. द रीजन इज, कहना है ये जो कैश फ्लोज आएगा, द कैश फ्लोज दैट यू फाइंड ओवर हियर has to be discounted at cost of capital. Yes or no? The cash flows that you generate every year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, correct? Now, this we discount at WACC. Yes or no? What is my WACC? Can I say it is a cost, overall cost of capital? Are you getting this? WACC is nothing but KO. KO कैसे आया होगा? Can I say WDKD plus WEKE plus WPKP? I hope you are recollecting this formula. So can I say cost of debt? Interest is already included in this discounting rate. Again, we are not deducting preference share capital, preference dividend or equity dividend from these cash flows. Preference dividend is also cash outflow. Minus होना चाहिए. Equity dividend is also cash outflow, but it is already included in computing this cost. Followed? So if we include here again, तो double time उसकी effect आ जाएगी. Hey, are you getting this? That cost would be added twice. Once in this while computing KO, and again if you are showing that in this income statement, then dual effect of the same cost is coming, which is wrong. That's why we don't include interest, preference dividend, equity dividend in this cash flow or income statement. Are you following? Because it is already included in your discounting rate, which is cost, overall cost of capital. Followed? Yeah, tends to double count. Now we understood. So in while computing WACC, if you are ignoring this cost, then you can show it here. Then it is correct. But if you are already including interest, dividend, equity, preference dividend in KO, then you cannot show it again over here. Followed. So this was the logic of not including interest or preference dividend or any financial cost, I would say, because it is already included in computing your KO. Understood? So this you should remember. It is, see, you should be very strong in your concepts. ठीक है? कैलकुलेशन पे या सिर्फ मार्क्स पे फोकस मत करो. या इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट, बट side by side you should be strong in your conceptual understandings. Followed. So this was about NPV. Next technique was PI. PI is similar to NPV. It is nothing but present value of CI divided by present value of CO. So let's say present value of CI comes to 3 lakh and my initial cost is, let's say, 1 lakh. So can I say this comes to 3? What do you mean by this 3? Tell me. What do you mean by this 3? 3 upon 1. इसका मतलब क्या? सोचो and tell me. Try to interpret. What does PI say? What we are including in PV factor? Yes, interest we are including in PV factor. That is correct. Discounting factor. So next is profitability index, desirability factor. The formula was PVCI upon PVCO. NPV का formula was PVCI minus PVCO. PI का formula is PVCI upon PVCO. So let's say for the time being, for the easy or to avoid complexity, let's say PVCI is 3 lakh, PVCO is 1 lakh. So it comes to 3 upon 1. Now I'm interested in interpreting this. Answer I got, which is correct. But I'm interested in knowing what does this 3 upon 1 mean. 3 times more profit. Sir, for every, yeah, Pooja is correct. Pooja is correct. On investment of 1 rupee of outflow, means on investment of 1 rupee in the project, how much inflow, but in present value term, my project is generating. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? 1 रुपया लगाने पे प्रोजेक्ट कितना रुपया वापस दे रही है, बट इन प्रेजेंट वैल्यू टर्म्स, नॉट इन एब्सोल्यूट टर्म्स. आर यू फॉलोइंग? सो कैन आई से इफ इट इज मोर देन 1, इफ पीआई इज ग्रेटर देन 1, you should accept the project, because 1 रुपया लगाने पे I would want more return, more inflow, more income. Correct? And if PI is less than 1, you should reject the project. Followed? Because 1 रुपया लगाने पे you are earning less than your cost, in and that too in present value terms. Followed? So you should reject the project. So this was the decision making criteria of PI index. So PI greater than 1 accept, less than 1 reject. Any doubts, students? So on investment of 1 rupee in the project, what is the inflow that my project is generating to me, but in present value terms? What happens in equal to? You can either accept or you can either reject. It is on the financial manager to decide. But in that case, they will see other non-monetary factors as well. Are you getting this? So they will consider other factors, not from financial management perspective, but maybe another, let's say, कोई territory based, जहाँ terrorism is more high, even though NPV is 0. So they will see, is that beneficial to start a project in high terrorism zone? So they will see such factors. Are you getting this? Let's say there are some projects or there are some cities where there is no electricity flow continuous, like electricity is not देयर कंटिन्यूअस, बीच बीच में इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की सप्लाई कट हो जाता है, तो दिस ऑल फैक्टर्स वुड बी सीन इन दैट केस. But here we are making decisions purely on monetary factors. Huh? We are not considering non-monetary factors. Are you getting this? There might be a very high lucrative projects. जिसका NPV आपने imagine ना किया उतना आ सकता है. But you have to take that project in Somalia. So company will see ना कि सोमालिया में प्रोजेक्ट लेने जैसा है कि नहीं. प्रोजेक्ट चालू होने से हम ही रहेंगे कि नहीं, that we don't know in Somalia. Are you following? Before starting the project, we are not sure our life would be certain or not if you are taking the project in Somalia. So these all factors are ideally considered when practicality is seen. But from academic perspective, we are only concerned with monetary factors. We are only concerned in making decisions from monetary perspective. ठीक है? Financial perspective. Yes, even in case of NPV, it is zero. Either you accept or reject. It is on the financial manager or CFO, or I would say on the overall management of the company. Okay. So next, FIRR technique, internal rate of return. What is the meaning of internal rate of return? What was the meaning, or I would say, what is the meaning? Rather, I would ask you, what is the meaning that you have learned for IRR? Batao. What do you mean by IRR? Interpolation technique. It is the way to calculate IRR. You told me the way to calculate IRR, but I'm asking you what is the meaning of IRR? How to calculate is secondary part, and you are correct, interpolation. But first, what does this mean? So IRR is nothing but a discounting rate. Can I say it is a rate of return? So it is nothing but a discounting rate. Now our question is which discounting rate? It is that discounting rate where your PVCI is equal to PVCO. Are you getting this? IRR is a discounting rate. But कौन सा discounting rate? It is that rate where your PVCI exactly comes to PVCO. In other words, can I say PVCI minus PVCO comes to zero? Yes or no? So it is that discounting rate. Can I say where NPV comes to zero? PVCI minus PVCO is nothing but NPV. Understood? So internal rate of return is a discounting rate. Rate of return है rate है. कौन सा rate है जहाँ PVCI exactly comes to your PVCO? Are you getting this? Where PVCI, in other words, it is nothing but where NPV is zero. So this means IRR actually means the maximum return that project can give you. It is nothing but IRR. What is the maximum capacity of the project? What is the maximum earning capacity of the project? That is IRR. So can I say if IRR is greater than your cost of capital, you will accept the project. Let's say the maximum earning capacity of the project is 20% and your cost is just 8%. Can I say you will accept the project? Because project has more earning capacity than your cost. So obviously you should accept the project. Followed? And if IRR is less than your KO, means प्रोजेक्ट की मैक्सिमम अर्निंग कैपेसिटी आपके कॉस्ट से कम है, मींस प्रोजेक्ट के अर्निंग कैपेसिटी की ताकत, द स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द अर्निंग कैपेसिटी ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट इज वीकर, द मसल्स आर वेरी वीकर देन योर कॉस्ट, so can I say you will reject the project? Understood? So if IRR is less than KO, you reject the project. Understood, everyone? So this was all about IRR technique and how to solve IRR. IRR के लिए हम interpolation लेते थे. See, we have to calculate, we have to find a discounting rate, correct? तो हम क्या करते थे? Let's calculate NPV when discounting rate is 10%. If is NPV coming to zero? If no, then move to your next trial. Are you getting this? IRR हम कैसे calculate करते थे using trial and error method. Take any random discounting rate and check whether NPV is coming zero. No. Oh, NPV is not zero. Then go to trial 2. Now take discounting rate at 15%. Is NPV coming to zero? No, it is not coming to zero, but NPV is going in negative. So once this trials throws you the result of NPV, can I say now we can use interpolation technique? Let's say 10% NPV comes to positive 1,000. And let's say 15% NPV comes to negative 2,000. So can I say at 10% NPV comes to positive 1,000 and at 15% NPV comes to negative 2,000. So can I say zero lies between positive 10,000 and negative 2,000? तो in other words, can I say IRR अब श्योर हो गया कि 10 और 15 के बीच है. Followed everyone. This is how we used to do. And then we used to do interpolation. Understood everyone? I hope you are able to recollect. And interpolation भी नहीं करना और सीधा formula apply करना है. So what was the formula of IRR? It was nothing but lower rate plus NPV at lower rate upon NPV at lower rate minus NPV at higher rate, the whole multiply by higher rate minus lower rate. I hope you are able to recollect this formula. अगर ये फॉर्मूला याद नहीं रहती है then we used to follow the normal interpolation technique. Are all the students able to like process, digest what I'm trying to say? Yes, test check base is nothing but trial and error. ठीक है, test check base is nothing but trial and error. So are you understanding the flow what I am trying to explain you? Okay, you remember. So this was all about IRR. Next was modified version of IRR. Modified version of IRR. इसको हम modified IRR और MIRR भी बोलते थे. Now what was modified IRR? It is a modified or I would say upgraded version of IRR. Can I say जिसका भी upgraded version आता है, it is more logical. जैसे payback period का upgraded version was discounted payback period, correct? So it was more logical than payback period. So likewise, normal IRR and modified IRR. Can I say modified IRR would be more logical and upgraded version of IRR? Correct? So IRR क्या करता है? It is a discounting rate. We saw that IRR is a discounting rate. Correct? Discounting rate where PVCI is equal to PVCO. Correct? This was the study of IRR. But now what MIRR says? No, you don't compare PVCO with CI. See again, modified IRR is also a discounting rate. Again, modified IRR is also a discounting rate. कौन सा discounting rate? That equals your PVCI equal to PVCO, but not present value of PVCI. They are saying modified IRR says your present value of terminal cash inflow should be equal to present value of cash outflow. Not your normal cash inflows, but your present value of terminal cash inflow should come equal to present value of cash outflow. So in other words, modified IRR is again a discounting rate. कौन सा discounting rate? That discounting rate where your PV of terminal cash inflow equals PV of cash outflow. Till this point, did you understand? IRR क्या बोलता था? It is a discounting rate. that discounting rate where your PV of CI, normal cash inflow equals cash outflow. But modified, upgraded version of IRR says it is a discounting rate, agreed, thumbs up. But it is that discounting rate where your terminal present value of cash inflow equals present value of cash outflow. So दोनों के बीच ये terminal value का difference है. Till now understood what is the difference between IRR and modified IRR. Now the question arises how to calculate terminal cash inflow. सबसे पहले तो टर्मिनल कैश इनफ्लो का मतलब क्या वो समझना पड़ेगा, देन उसको हम प्रेजेंट वैल्यू में ला सकते हैं. सो टर्मिनल कैश इनफ्लो मींस accumulation, a pool of cash inflows, a pool of accumulation of cash inflows at the end of its life. Are you following? जैसे कि let's say a project has 4 years का life, cash inflow is 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, or I would say 3 lakh in the last year. And let's say your discounting rate or your cost of capital is 15%. So now understand, can I say year 1 के end में आपको 2 लाख मिलेगा? Just visualize what I'm trying to say. At the end of year 1, you would be earning 2 lakh. Think as a company, would you keep this 2 lakhs in your bank account ideally? टेल मी, ये 2 लाख क्या आप अपने बैंक अकाउंट या जेब में या कंपनी के ड्रॉअर में ताला मार के रख दोगे 2 लाख? ये ऑब्वियसली नॉट. यू विल री इन्वेस्ट टिल द एंड ऑफ द लाइफ एट योर डिजायर्ड रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. करेक्ट? सो कहना है ये जो 2 लाख एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 1 मिला है ना, द 2 लाख 2 lakhs that you have earned at the end of year 1 would be reinvested for another 3 years till the end of the life. So can I say, let's say at 15%, 2 lakh का हो गया at the end of 4th year. Let's say it comes to, I'm not calculating exactly, but just for conceptual clarity, let's say 4.5 lakh हो गया. So 2 lakhs you have reinvested for further 3 years and generated cash flow में से cash flow. Are you following? Likewise, this 3 lakh would be reinvested for another 2 years. So can I say 3 lakh का at 15% random amount 4 lakh हो जाएगा. Likewise, this 4 lakh would be reinvested for another 1 year. So 4 lakh का a random amount at 15% becomes 4.25 lakh. And let's say 3 lakh is already at the end of 4th year, so this would not be reinvested. So this is nothing but pool of cash flows at the end of the life. Are you getting this? This is nothing but accumulation of cash flows that are reinvested till the end of the life. And इसको हम terminal cash inflow बोलते हैं. Are you following? Are you following? What do you mean by terminal cash flow? So at what discounting rate this terminal cash flow is equal to cash outflow, that is modified IRR. So let's say this comes to 4, 8, 12, 15.75 lakh. For the example, let's say this comes to 15.75 lakh. So at what discounting rate this 15.75 lakh equals to your cash outflow, that is your modified IRR. Understood everyone? What do you mean by modified IRR? And what is the difference between IRR and modified IRR? Everyone, any doubts in this technique? So can I say again, MIRR? MIRR means MIR. If modified IRR is greater than your KO, you will accept the project. And if modified IRR is less than your KO, you will reject the project. Understood? So this was all about different 7 capital budgeting techniques. ये capital budgeting techniques हम डिसीजन मेकिंग में यूज करते थे, whether to accept the project or not. Understood? Quickly, let's go through other concepts that we have learned in this chapter. Next thing was relevant and irrelevant cost. Relevant costs and irrelevant cost for our decision making criteria. Now I'm asking you the cost one by one and tell me whether it is relevant for our decision making or relevant for project or not. Number one was sunk cost. Sunk cost. Is it relevant or irrelevant? Tell me, is it relevant or irrelevant? Sunk cost means whether you take the project or not. That cost is already incurred. वो डूब गया है पैसे मेरे उसमें. अब आप प्रोजेक्ट लो कि नहीं लो, that cost has already been incurred and paid. So relevant or irrelevant for the project? How relevant, Anil? Irrelevant. Sunk cost. Let's say I have incurred cost for market research. Whether I want market research means मैंने market research की एक team बिठाई and I told them, tell me whether I should invest in the project or not. So as per market research, they say you should not invest in the project. So I cannot say, now I will not pay you the market research, your fees. I cannot say that, na. I cannot say if I am taking the project only I will pay, only then I will pay your fees. Are you getting this? Irrespective whether you take the project or not, you have to pay the market research ka cost. You have to pay them the fees. So some cost, that's why it is irrelevant. Acha, opportunity cost. Tell me, opportunity cost. Again, I will give you an example. Company owns a land. Currently, company owns a land in the city and it is giving on rent to someone. So currently, rental income from that land is, let's say, 1 lakh per month. Now company is deciding to start a new manufacturing plant. ठीक है, तो कंपनी ने सोचा हमारे पास खुद की जगह पड़ी है तो क्यों ना उसमें ही मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट सेटअप कर दे. तो कहना इसे कंपनी इज नाउ थिंकिंग टू सेट अप अ मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट इन दैट लैंड विच वाज गिवन ऑन रेंट. तो कहना इसे अब जब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग प्लांट वो लैंड पे लगाएगी तो नाउ कंपनी विल लूज दिस अपॉर्चुनिटी टू अर्न. सो रेलेवेंट और इररेलेवेंट, टेल मी. Yes, like losing to invest. Relevant, obviously, this is an opportunity cost. Opportunity loss of income. It is relevant for your project. Can I say 1 lakh की opportunity मैं कब lose करूंगा? When I'm deciding to take this project, then only I'm losing this opportunity. So that's why opportunity cost is relevant. Are you understanding this? Followed? Anyone? Doubts? Relevant. Committed cost. Committed cost. Again, let me give you an example. Currently, there is one already ongoing project in my company, and I have some staff. I have some person who is working on salary, and I am paying them 50,000 per month as a salary in the ongoing project. But उस प्रोजेक्ट में इतना काम है नहीं. उस प्रोजेक्ट में इतना काम है नहीं. I have committed that I will pay them 50,000 per month. Correct? But उस प्रोजेक्ट में उतना काम है नहीं. Now I am thinking of taking a new project. Let's say again manufacturing plant. And उस plant में I need some person, some administrative staff. So these workers who are getting 50,000 per month committed salary are idle, have some time, and I'm deploying them for some time in the new project. Bolo, relevant or irrelevant? Relevant or irrelevant? So these workers were currently working in my existing project. उस existing project में I have committed that you will get 50,000 per month of salary. But उस project में उतना काम है नहीं. They are sitting idle half of the time. So I decided कि मेरा जो नया manufacturing plant है उसमें थोड़ा टाइम उनको डिवोट कर दूं, रेलेवेंट और इररेलेवेंट? ए हाउ रेलेवेंट? इट इज टोटली irrelevant. Can I see, even if I don't take this project, I have to pay 50,000 per month because I've committed them 50,000. जो एम्प्लॉयर एम्प्लॉयमेंट का जो सैलरी पे शीट होता है या जो अग्रीमेंट होता है, आई हैव कमिटेड देम. So if I am not able to give them work in the existing project, still I have to pay them 50,000. Yeah, are you following? This is committed cost. Whether you take the project or not, this is committed. I have to pay them 50,000. So can I say committed cost is again irrelevant for my project? So you have to think in this analogy कि क्या मेरे प्रोजेक्ट लेने से ये कॉस्ट इनकर होगा एडिशनली या नहीं होगा. अगर नहीं होगा, then it is irrelevant. Are you following this? Yes, kind of fixed cost. Yeah, the cost for current project. Oh, correct, Gol. Anil has rightly pointed out that the cost for current project will not increase. अगर करंट प्रोजेक्ट का कॉस्ट इंक्रीज होता है, देन इट इज रेलेवेंट फॉर आवर प्रोजेक्ट. अंडरस्टूड? सो दिस वर सम रेलेवेंट कॉस्ट एंड इररेलेवेंट कॉस्ट एंड उसका इंप्लीकेशन कैसे देना है. अंडरस्टूड एवरीवन? नेक्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट वाज कैपिटल रैशनिंग. What was capital rationing का concept? Capital rationing means you have multiple projects. Project A, B, C, D, E. And all the projects are having positive NPV. All the projects are having positive NPV. And let's say project A ka cost, initial cost to invest in project is 2 lakh. For B it is 5 lakh. C it is 4 lakh. Just a random numbers. Huh? D is 3 lakh and E is 5 lakh. So if you want to invest in all the projects, you need 2 plus 5, 7 plus 4, 11, 14, 19 lakhs. But you just have funds of rupees, let's say 12 lakhs. So can I say ideally as per NPV technique, you should accept all the projects because all are giving positive NPV. So if you accept all the projects, you need investment or funding of 19 lakhs. But you only have funds of 12 lakhs. So can I say there is constraint of funds? Yes or no? Correct? There is constraint of funds. So इस situation में हमें क्या करना है? So can I say we have to give rankings and select the best ones, select the best and rational options. Correct? So capital rationing concept says you have to select from this. Select the best ones up to 12 lakhs and go for those projects. Now, how selection would be done? The capital rationing says first, projects can be classified into two parts: divisible projects and indivisible projects. मुझे बताओ डिविजिबल प्रोजेक्ट का मतलब क्या? What do you mean by divisible projects? It means part of the project is also possible. Part of project is also possible. So let's say if you take, just understand this point. Let's say if you take entire project, so entire project का cost is 10 lakhs. But you just have 2 lakh of funds. But funds available is just 2 lakh. So divisible project says you can take 20% of this project. That is possible. Are you getting this? 10 लाख है तो पूरा प्रोजेक्ट लो. बट आपके पास 2 लाख ही है तो 20% ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट ले लो. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? सो पार्ट ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट इज पॉसिबल. Indivisible project means part of the project is not possible. So entire project is of 10 lakhs. but you have funds of only 2 lakhs. Since you don't have sufficient funds, you cannot take this project because taking part project is not possible. Followed पहले difference समझा divisible projects and indivisible projects. Divisible means प्रोजेक्ट का टुकड़ा भी कर सकते हो. अगर आपके पास 50,000 है तो 50,000 का proportion of the project you can take. But under indivisible project, either you take entire project or just ignore that project. Part is not possible. Followed? So divisible, if the projects are divisible, then rankings were given based on profitability index method. And if projects were indivisible, then rankings were given based on NPV. Are you following? Everyone followed? So यहाँ पे we used to calculate NPV and PI. If the projects are divisible, तो we used to give ranking based on PI. किसका सबसे ज्यादा PI है? Rank 1. Likewise, rank 2. Are you following? Let's say PI is 3, 4, 1, 2, 5. So if the part projects are possible, then rankings were given on PI. It means this is rank 1. PI is highest for project B, rank 2. Correct? So if you take project T, you have to invest 5 lakh. तो 12 लाख में से आपका 5 लाख प्रोजेक्ट ई में चला जाएगा. Now you are left with 7 lakh of funds. Ranking 2 is given to project B. Project B is costing another 5 lakhs. So you take project B as well. Are you following this? So again, 12 लाख में से प्रोजेक्ट ई में 5 लाख चला गया. 12 लाख में से दूसरा 5 लाख प्रोजेक्ट बी में चला गया. नाउ यू आर जस्ट लेफ्ट विथ 2 lakhs. Understood? Just change the numbers. Sorry. I'm just changing the PI numbers. So can I say ranking 3 comes to project D? Yes or no? Because it has third highest PI. So now, if part of the project is possible, so if you take entire project D, you need 2 lakhs. Sorry, 3 lakhs. Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? If you want to take entire project D, you need 3 lakh of funds. But now available surplus is only 2 lakhs ना, because 12 में से 5 लाख प्रोजेक्ट ई में चला गया, दूसरा 5 लाख प्रोजेक्ट बी में चला गया. So available fund is 2 lakh only. So take 2/3 of this project. Are you following this? This is how you calculate or you select the best projects based on profitability index. Followed everyone? Any doubts, any concerns? And if projects are indivisible, then give rankings based on NPV. Give rankings based on NPV. जिसका NPV सबसे ज्यादा, take that project. जिसका NPV second best, see whether you can take entire project or not. If you are able to take entire project, take it. Move to third ranking. See whether you are able to take entire project or not. If you are not able to take entire project, move to fourth ranking. See whether if you are able to take entire project or not. Not able to take entire project, move to fifth ranking. Understood? This is how you take decision based on capital rationing concept. So this was all about capital rationing concept. Now, another concept that you had learned in this chapter was conflicting results. Conflicting results. Between NPV and IRR. मतलब कि let's say there are two projects, project A project B. NPV of project A, let's say it comes to positive 1.5 lakh. And for project B, let's say it comes to positive 0.5 lakh. IRR of project A comes to 20%, of project B comes to 25%. So if I ask you which project is better based on NPV, so can I say as per NPV technique, we will go for project A, correct? But if I ask you which project is better as per IRR, can I say your answer will be project B? So can I say both these techniques are giving conflicting results, conflicting answers? Are you following? तो ऐसा conflicting results कौन से situation में आता है? That you had learned in your normal live virtual classes. What are the different factors? Loop in FM. Yeah, conflicting results. कौन से situations में ऐसा conflicting results will be thrown by NPV and IRR? So there are three situations. Situation number one, when size of both the projects are different. When size of both the projects are different. It means mismatch in the size of project. Let's say project size of A is just 30,000, whereas project size of B is, let's say, 10 lakhs. Can I say there is disparity in the size of the projects? So अगर ऐसा कुछ situation रहा, then both NPV and IRR will throw different answers, will throw different decision making answers. In turn, will throw different conflicting results. Are you getting this? Likewise, when there is disparity in the timing of cash inflows. What do I mean by this disparity in the timing of cash inflows? Let's say project A is generating major cash inflows in initial years, 2 lakh, 10 lakh, 15 lakh, 1 lakh, and so on. Whereas project B is generating more cash flows in its later years. So कुछ इस तरह होगा 0.5 lakh, 0.3 lakh, 1 lakh, 12 lakh, 15 lakh. If there is disparity in the generation of cash inflows ka timing, so can you see project A is generating major cash flows in its starting years, whereas project B is generating more cash flow in its later life. So अगर ऐसी कुछ situation रही, again NPV and IRR will throw conflicting results. You have to just understand कि कौन से situation में ऐसा different answers आएगा between NPV and IRR. Are you following? And last but not the least, disparity in life of the project. What do I mean by this? So let's say project A life is 3 years and project B life is, let's say, 12 years. So अगर ऐसी कुछ स्थिति रही, ऐसी कुछ situation रही, then again your NPV technique will give some different results and IRR will give some different results. Okay? So these were the three situations under which NPV and IRR gave conflicting results. Understood, everyone? Disparity in the project cost, disparity in the life of the project, and disparity in the timing of cash inflows. But ideally, we have learned that अगर ऐसी disparity हुई and still if we have to select the project, then we will always back the NPV technique. Are you following? Because it is more logical than IRR. IRR technique assumes that जो cash inflows every year generate हो रहे हैं ना, it is reinvesting at IRR only. Are you following? Whereas NPV technique assumes that cash inflows generated every year would reinvest at cost of capital or at your discounting rate. Are you following? IRR assumes your cash inflows that you generate every year will be reinvested. But वो कौन से rate पे reinvest होगा? At IRR. Can I say IRR is the maximum earning capacity of the project and not your required rate of return? Are you following? Maximum earning capacity of the project is IRR and not your required rate of return. Whereas NPV technique assumes the cash inflows that are generated every year will be reinvested, but at your required rate of return. आपका desired rate कितना है उस पे reinvest होगा. So that's why it is more logical and we always back decision based on NPV. Understood everyone? Followed? So with this, we have covered almost all the concepts, or I would say we have quickly, not quickly, but comprehensively revised all the concepts that are covered under investment decisions. Okay? Followed? Any doubts in conceptual understanding? Anyone? Yeah, Anil, you are correct. NPV focus on your desired, on your required rate from the project, whereas IRR focuses on the maximum earning capacity rate of the project. ए अर्निंग कैपेसिटी 50% होने दो, 60% होने दो, कुछ भी होने दो. आई एम कंसर्न विद व्हाट आई एम डिजायरिंग, व्हाट आई रिक्वायर. So that's why importance is given to your desired rate, your required rate. Followed? Any doubts, any of the students in any conceptual understanding of this chapter? I hope you have quickly brushed up your concepts. अपने सारा recollect हो गया. So let's solve one question, one interesting question. I would say it is from revision test paper of Jan 26. Let's try to solve that. Come to RTP Jan 26. This is RTP of your attempt only. And come to question number 9. ABC Manufacturing Limited. ABC Manufacturing Limited is a mid-size engineering and fabrication company that supplies precision components to the automobiles and heavy machinery sectors. In order to maintain competitiveness and expand its market share, the company has proposed a new capital investment project involving purchase and installation of CNC machine. So our new project is purchasing and installing CNC machines. The estimated cost will be financed through loan. ऐसा लिखा हुआ है. Company has been approached to the bank for requesting a project finance. Means company ये पूरा प्रोजेक्ट का स्टडी लेके बैंक के पास गई है to finance its project. ठीक है? So that was just the initial story. Now this part is very important for our calculations. Company's report says that payback period is estimated to be 5 years. So can I say, मैं यहाँ पे लिख दूं payback period is 5 years. Correct? The discounted payback period is calculated at 7 years. Understood? So, okay, they have told that discounted payback period will be 7 years. The project's modified IRR is 10.9%. What they are saying, modified IRR, not IRR, modified IRR. Means can I say present value of terminal cash inflow is equal to present value of cash outflow. So discounting rate at which present value of terminal cash inflow is equal to PVCO is 10.9%. Yeah, are you following this? I'm just gathering the data. Now terminal cash inflow reinvested at the rate of 10% is 1143,589. Means can I say present value of terminal cash inflow? How much it is terminal cash inflow given? 1143,589. Yeah, are you getting this? This value is given. Terminal cash inflow is given. Are you getting this? And if we discount this 1143,589 at 10.9%, can I say it will be equal to our PVCO? Again, if we discount this 1143,589 at 10.9%, can I say it will be equal to my PVCO? Are you getting this? Because what is MIRR? Modified IRR क्या होता है? It is the discounting rate, which equals PV of terminal cash inflow to PV of CO. Are you following? So यहाँ पे MIRR दे दिया है. It is 10.9%. So if we discount this terminal cash inflow of 1143,589 with 10.9%, can I say it is nothing but equal to my PVCO? Hey, are you following? Did you get this? What I'm trying to say? Are you getting this? So in other words, can I say 1143,589 discounted at discounting factor of 10.9%? I don't know, still I don't know the life of the project will be equal to my PVCO. Yes or no? Are you getting this? Move to next point. Cash inflows are expected to be received equally and steadily at the end of every year. Hey, this means, can I say मेरा cash inflow per annum is constant? Are you following? The cash inflows are not varying every year. They are saying it is equal and steady every year. ओ सर इक्वल है तो पेबैक पीरियड की शॉर्टकट फॉर्मूला आ जाएगी. इनिशियल कॉस्ट डिवाइड बाय एनुअल cash flows per annum. Yes or no? Can I say we can directly apply this formula because cash flows per annum are constant? Did you get this point? Everyone? Move to next point. Cash inflows are expected to be received even after the simple payback period. Okay. Market market expansion and economies of scale means this point says कि 5 साल is my payback period. उसके बाद भी कैश फ्लोज होगा. हाँ ठीक है, होता ही है कैश फ्लोज. Because this was one of the disadvantage of payback period. It ignores the cash inflows after the payback period point. The project is strategically essential for long-term survival. Simple payback period is 5 years. Okay, we have seen this. Although the discounted payback period is 7 years, the project will continue to generate positive inflows 1 year beyond this period. This point is very important. Discounted payback period is 7 years. Are you getting this? Discounted payback means my original cost is getting recovered in 7 years. But this point says उसके बाद भी 1 साल cash inflow generate होगा. So tell me what would be my life of the project? Tell me. 7 years is the point where my initial cost is getting recovered. But उसके बाद भी 1 साल cash inflow generate होगा. So tell me what would be the life of my project? Tell me. Can I say 8 years? I'm saying payback period is 5 years, correct? And they said that cash flows per annum are constant. So can I say to calculate payback period, I can apply this formula, initial cost upon cash flow per annum. This is done. Now point 3 says that your discounted payback period is 7 years. It means your original recoverment of your cost will be done in 7 years. Correct? But after that, cash flows will be generated 1 more year. So can I say life of the project will be 7 plus 1 year? Everyone followed this? Everyone understood this? So life of project would be 7 years is the payback period plus 1 year, which comes to 8 years. Correct? So in other words, can I say 1143,589 has to be discounted at 10.9% of MIRR? And this 1143,589 would have been is my terminal cash flow at the end of the project life, which is 8th year. Yeah, are you following this? Yeah, 1143,589 is my terminal cash inflow. What is terminal cash inflow? Can I say it is accumulation of cash inflow at the end of project life? Means yeah, 1143,589 is your pool of cash inflow at the end of, can I say, project life is 8th year? Are you following this? So if we discount 1143,589 by 10.9% का discounting factor of 8th year, can I say I will get PVCO? Everyone followed this? So this is just like treasure hunt game. From one clue, we are getting another clue. From another clue, we are reaching to third clue. Third clue, we are reaching to our final destination. Followed the appraisal team of the bank. This is the appraisal technique of the bank. So bank will prepare a report. What bank says, if NPV, what is the acceptable range of NPV? Can I say if NPV is positive, we will accept. If MIRR is greater than cost of capital, can I say recommendation would be accept simple payback period. If payback period is less than its life, can I say we will accept. If discounted payback period is less than the project life, can I say we will accept? Are you getting this? So acceptable range is nothing but your decision making criteria. What is decision making criteria for NPV? If it is positive, accept. If it is negative, reject. Are you following? So in short, we have to calculate in this question NPV of the project, MIRR, which is already there, simple payback, which is already there, discounted payback period, which is already there, ARR, we have to calculate, PI, we have to calculate. So in this question, they have asked 6 of the 7 techniques. उसमें से 3 तो दे दिए. So we have to just focus on NPV, ARR, and PI. Followed? Yes, interlinked question. Yes. So that's why my point was to revise all the capital budgeting techniques so that you can easily solve this question. So now how to approach the solution? So point 1, the first clue of our treasure hunt game is about MIRR. Yes or no? Can I say MIRR? Working note number 1. MIRR is that discounting rate where present value of terminal cash inflow is equal to PVCO. Correct? So can I say 10.9% is my MIRR which is given in the question? How much is my terminal cash inflow? It is 1143,589. And this terminal cash inflow, can I say it is pool or accumulation of cash inflow at the end of project's life? Means can I say this terminal cash inflow, ये 1143,589 कौन से साल की वैल्यू है? Can I say this value is at the end of 8th year? Is everyone following this? Are you getting this? Understood? It means so year 1, 2, 3, and 8th. 8th year का cash inflow is 1143,589. And if we discount this at 10.9%, तो जो भी वैल्यू आएगी that will be called as present value of terminal cash inflow. Are you following the flow? So can you calculate and tell me what is the present value of terminal cash inflow discounted at 10.9% for 8th year? Can you please do it on Calci and tell me what is the present value of terminal cash inflow discounted at 10.9% for 8th year? So present value of terminal cash inflow. Can I say 1143,589 will be discounted at 10.9%, means 1.109 raised to 8? Yes or no? This is how you discount, na? So tell me, kitna aaya value? How much is the value coming? I hope everyone understood this point, because this is the starting point of your treasure hunt game. स्टार्टिंग का ही क्लू नहीं समझेगा तो आगे का क्लू मिलेगा ही नहीं आपको. सो अंडरस्टैंड, दिस इज द पूल ऑफ कैश इनफ्लो. कौन से साल में पूल ये जनरेट हुआ? एट द एंड ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट लाइफ. प्रोजेक्ट की लाइफ कितनी है? 8 years. सो ये पूल जनरेट हुआ 8th year के एंड पे. सो इफ वी डिस्काउंट एट MIRR rate of 10.9% for 8th year, what is my present value? Please calculate and tell me na. Why you are taking so much of time? So no one is solving. I need to check solution itself. So it comes to around 5 lakh rupees. It is rounded off to nearest lakh. So 1143,589 divided by 1.109 raised to 8 will give you how you are getting these values. 5 lakh आना चाहिए. You don't know how to discount? Take 1143,589 on Kelsey, divide by 1.109 and press equal to 7 times. How you are getting these values? You don't know how to discount the cash inflows? Press equal to 8 times. So take 1143,589 all can see, divide by 1.109, and since this is raised to 8, press equal to 8 times. 1143,589 divide by 1.109 equal to 8 times, equal to 1, equal to 2, equal to 3, equal to 4, equal to 5, equal to 6, equal to 7, equal to 8. कितना आ रहा है? 8 times, 8 times. How do you find discounting rate? How do you find discounting rates? Let's say 10.9% है. Year 1 का आप डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर कैसे निकालते थे? 10.9. Can I say 1 divided by 1.109 raised to 1? For year 2 कैसे निकालते हैं? 1.109 raised to 2. Likewise, for 8th year का कैसे निकालेंगे? 1 divided by 1.109 raised to 8. Yes or no? See, this is very basic. If you are not able to calculate discounting factors, then this chapter would create complexity for you. This is very basic stuff. Yeah, 499,824 means rounded off to nearest lakhs. Can I say it comes to 5 lakh? So this is year 8, 1143,589. First find discounting factor, 1 divided by 1.109, press equal to 8 times. You will get discounting factor. You multiply it with your cash inflow. You will get present value. But why 10 years? 10 years is not anywhere given in the question. No worries. I hope now you understood this. So it comes to 499,824. And they have said rounded off to nearest lakhs. So can I say my present value comes to 5 lakh rupees? Yes or no? And can I say this only will be my present value of cash outflow? Yeah, are you getting this? Because at MIRR, present value of terminal cash flow is equal to my present value of cash outflow. So can I say my PVCO will be 5 lakh only? Yeah, are you getting this? Yeah, 499,824. You have to round it off to nearest lakhs because it is mentioned in the question. Rounding off to be done to nearest lakhs. So 5 lakh. So can I say in other words, my PVCO, or can I say my PVCO is nothing but my initial cost. PVCO क्या होता है? Initial investment ही होता है ना? Initial investment comes to 5 years. Sorry, 5 lakh. Are you following this? So MIRR से मुझे initial investment मिला. Now we will move to our second clue of the treasure hunt game. They have said that payback period is 5 years. ये 5 years कैसे आया होगा? By applying this formula, initial cost divided by annual cash flow after tax per annum. Yes or no? Why I am using this formula? Because in the question they have clearly mentioned that cash flows per annum will remain constant and steady each year. Understood? So when I say this 5 years is equal to my initial cost is 5 lakh. So annual CFAT will be how much? Can I say CFAT, annual CFAT would be 1 lakh per annum? Yes or no? Everyone? If we don't have denominator, we found the denominator using initial cost. Everyone understood till here? Followed? अब क्या करना है? एनपीवी ढूंढना है, करेक्ट? What is NPV? It is nothing but PV of CI minus PV of CO. CI, can I say cash inflow per annum is CFAT? And we know this thing as well. We know one more rule of NPV, that if cash flows per annum are constant, you don't need to prepare the table. You don't need to prepare the discounting table. Instead, just multiply by PVAF factor of your discounting rate, which is KO, for your project life. Are you following this? We multiply it with PVAF factor. Are you getting this? Everyone? आप टेबल भी बना सकते हो, ईयर 1 2 3 ऐसा 8 तक. कैश इनफ्लोज में आप एवरी ईयर 1 लाख लिखना, 1 लाख टिल 8 years 1 लाख लिखना, फिर डिस्काउंट एट द डिस्काउंटिंग रेट विच इज योर केओ, एंड देन फाइंड पीवीसीआई. But again, we know this shortcut technique. If cash inflows per annum are constant, no need to prepare this big table. Just multiply it by PVAF factor. What is PVAF factor? Can I say it is nothing but sum of these individual discounting factors? A discount, let's say this comes to, for example, 0.909. Just a random example. 0.867, 0.751, 0.361. Just a random numbers. ये सबका summation, ये सबका total is your PVAF factor. So you multiply this PVAF factor with 1 lakh, you will get the same answer. Or you prepare this table. Both is fine. Hey, are you following this, students? Now, discounting factor ka question has given a hint in the last statement of the question. देखो यहाँ पे consider the following PVF. This is an indirect hint that question is given कि हमारा डिस्काउंटिंग फैक्टर वुड कम टू 9%. आर यू फॉलोइंग दिस? दिस इज द हिंट दैट क्वेश्चन इज गिविंग यू हियर, कि आपका केओ जो कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल है वो 9% है. इनडायरेक्ट हिंट, सिंपली मल्टीप्लाइंग विद एन्युटी फैक्टर. ठीक है. सो कैन सो यूर टेल मी, पीवीएफ फैक्टर फॉर 7 years हम लेंगे या 8 years लेंगे? टेल मी which PVAF factor we will take to calculate PVCI. देखो यहाँ पे स्क्रीन पे देखो, which PVAF factor we will take. Can I say we will take PVAF factor of our project life? We are not consider with payback period. 7 years लेंगे तो payback period का PVAF factor हो गया. But we are consider for project life because NPV considers or takes into account the project life. Are you following? So can I say 1 lakh is my CFAT and PVAF factor for 9% 8 years is given. So can I say 1 lakh into 5 point कितना है 353 कुछ ऐसा है 5.535 5.535 which comes to कितना आ रहा है 553,500. Yes or no? So this is my present value of cash inflow. Everyone followed this? बोलो understood? Correct. And if I subtract present value of cash outflow which is 5 lakh, can I say मुझे NPV मिलेगा? NPV comes to 53,500. Yes or no? So NPV is done. Our next step is to calculate PI. So working note number 2, calculation of PI. Can I say PI is nothing but present value of cash inflow upon present value of cash outflow? So present value of cash inflow is 553,500 divided by 5 lakh. करो कितना आ रहा है PVCI? How much is PVCI coming? 1.107. Okay. So NPV is done, PI is done. Payback period already given 5 years. Discounted payback period already given 7 years. करेक्ट. सो हमारा एनपीवी हो गया, पीआई हो गया, पेबैक पीरियड हो गया, डिस्काउंटेड पेबैक पीरियड हो गया. दे हैव आल्सो आस्क्ड टू कैलकुलेट एमआईआरआर which is already given 10.9%. Correct. Our WACC, cost of capital, comes to 9%. Now only task left is to calculate ARR. Yes or no? Is to calculate ARR. How to calculate ARR? Can I say formula is average NPAT upon initial cost into 100. Yes or no? I know my initial cost is 5 lakh. So denominator is done. Now only part I need to calculate is my numerator. Correct? Sir, numerator है ना हमारे पास cash inflow sir 1 lakh. 1 lakh for 8 years. So average 1 lakh would be my average NPAT. Bolo, shall I, is 1 lakh correct? How much is my NPAT? It is 1 lakh. So 1 lakh divided by 5 lakh into 100. कितना आ रहा है? 1 lakh divided by 5 lakh into 100. कितना आ रहा है? I have already calculated my cash flows, which is average NPAT, 20. But wrong. I told you na, ARR considers rate of return from accounting perspective. Accounting perspective means it gives importance to net profit and not cash flows. Are you following? This is cash flows and not my net profit. Are you following this? याद करो income statement. Can I say NPBT minus tax करते थे तो NPAT used to come, and after that we used to add depreciation to get cash inflows. Are you following this? So this 1 lakh that we have calculated is not NPAT. It is cash inflows. Are you following this? So if we subtract 1 lakh में से depreciation, can I say I will get NPAT? Are you following everyone? So these are the chances of highest error. NPAT में 1 lakh लिख देते हैं students, but it is the amount of cash inflows and not NPAT. NPAT calculate करने के लिए we have to deduct depreciation from cash inflows. Now, how will we calculate depreciation? Can I say depreciation is what? Initial cost minus scrap divided by project life. In absence of any information, can I say we will use SLM method? Following everyone. So what is my depreciation amount? Can anyone calculate? Depreciation is equal to initial cost less scrap, if any, divided by life of the project. Initial cost 5 lakhs, scrap 0, not given in the question. Life 8. So what is the amount of depreciation? 62,500. Everyone correct? So यहाँ पे can I say my average NPAT would be 1 lakh minus 0.625 divided by 5 lakh into 100. Followed? So don't take 1 lakh, that is the amount of cash flows. But while calculating ARR, we are concerned with rate of return from accounting perspective. That means we have to focus or give importance to NPAT, net profit, 7.5%. Understood everyone? Got it? Got it? So अब हम वो हमारा फाइनल टेबल बना दे. So let's calculate the table that is asked in the question. What is asked in the question? What is the acceptable range? So acceptable range. And what is our outcome of calculation? And this is recommendations. So NPV का acceptable range, can I say if it is more than 0, you accept the project? Yes or no? And our outcome is 53,500 positive. So recommendation accept. Followed? Everyone? This is how you prepare the table. Please teach finance decisions as well. Okay, as of now, I am allotted investment decisions and dividend decisions today. And on the 10th of December, I would be taking, I guess, working capital management. Okay? So NPV is done. Second is MIRR. MIRR. Can I see if MIRR is greater than your KO? This is the acceptable range. Then you accept. Can I say we have 10.9 of MIRR and our KO is 9? So can I say we will accept the project based on MIRR technique? Third is simple payback period. Payback period. So payback period, if it is less than its life, means life है 8 years. And if I'm able to recover my initial investment less than 8 years, obviously I will accept the project. मान लो मेरा पेबैक पीरियड लाइफ से भी ज्यादा उसके बाद रिकवर हो रहा है, तो यू आर डूइंग घाटा इन योर बिजनेस. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? प्रोजेक्ट खत्म हो गया फिर भी यू आर नॉट एबल टू रिकवर योर ओरिजिनल इन्वेस्टमेंट. करेक्ट? सो 5 years. Our payback period is 5 years and the life is 8 years. Correct? So we will accept. Likewise for discounted payback period. If discounted payback period is less than its life, accept the project. Got it? PI. What is PI का acceptable range? Can I see if PI is greater than 1, we accept the project? So in our case, it is plus 1.107, accept. Are you getting this? And last but not the least, ARR. ARR is the accounting rate of return, means profitability percentage. So if profit is greater than your cost, then you accept. If cost is greater than your profit, you reject. So my profit, so ARR, if it is greater than your KO, cost is KO, you accept. But in this case, can I say my ARR came to 7.5 and my cost is 9%? Are you getting this? So it is, so your profit percentage is less than your cost. So as far as ARR technique is concerned, you reject the project. So now bank will see कि 6 technique में से 5 is giving acceptance. So bank will decide we can go for project. We go for project means we can finance or fund the project. Are you following this? And वैसे भी, as far as FM is concerned, ARR is least used because it is based on profitability. It does not consider cash flows. And हमें cash flows से ज्यादा मतलब है. So ARR से एक बार rejection भी आए तो we can ignore that. Followed unless this is very low, unless let's say this is only 0.5% and your KO is 9%. So this is a very big difference. So इस case में we need to give importance to ARR as well. Followed. So this is your decision making table. Just check your solution. So 53,500, 10.9 is greater than R, so accept. 5 is greater than, less than 8, accept. 7 greater than 8. ARR में ARR should be greater than your cost. If it is not greater than your cost, reject. Followed everyone? Any doubts? Any questions? Any concerns? Can we move to now next chapter because we have just half an hour and I want to revise all the concepts of dividend decision as well. Done. So with this, we end investment decision and we now move to dividend decisions. So what is the objective of this chapter? Always first you should understand the objective. ये चैप्टर के पीछे का राज क्या है? ये चैप्टर आपके सिलेबस में क्यों रखा होगा? That you need to understand. You always need to first understand the learning objective so that your mind works in that flow, in that direction. Objective of this chapter is of dividend decision is what to do with the surplus. Can I say dividend is distribution of surplus? तो क्या कंपनी को ओनर्स में डिविडेंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए? दिस डिसीजन मेकिंग यू हैव टू टेक इन दिस चैप्टर. Whether to distribute dividend or not. And if yes, if your answer is yes, that dividend should be distributed, then what is the optimum payout ratio? What is the, ये क्या हो गया? Hanged. Screen got hanged. Just a second. My screen got hanged. What should be the optimum payout ratio? Can you all see my screen? Sir, restart. Okay, you can see my screen, which is freezed. अरे यार. I'm just like taking up new PPT presentation. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay. Now screen visible, right? Can you see I'm writing dividend decisions? Okay. So what to do with the surplus? Shall company distribute the dividend or it should retain it with itself? And if the management decides that no, let's distribute the dividend, then what is the optimum payout ratio? Shall the company distribute 10% and retain 90%? Shall the company distribute 20%, retain 80%? What should be the payout ratio? This we have to learn in this chapter. So ideally, the management should take decision in such a way that wealth of the shareholders gets maximum. Means उनको optimum payout ratio ऐसा select करना है that generates maximum value to the shareholders. Hey, are you following this? Everyone understood? So maximum wealth, the payout ratio that generates maximum wealth has to be selected. Now, wealth of the shareholders will be maximized. Can I say when share price increases? Let's say आपने आज रिलायंस का शेयर खरीदा 1000 में and it becomes 2000. तो कहने से शेयर प्राइस बढ़ने पे आपकी वेल्थ बढ़ी? Yes or no? So optimum payout ratio should be that ratio that maximizes or that increases your market price. So अब इसके चलते कुछ डिबेट शुरू हुई इस चैप्टर में. इसके चलते कुछ डिबेट शुरू हुई चैप्टर में. My question to you. Let's say my question to you. Just answer. There is a company X Limited and there is a company Y Limited. ठीक है? X Limited ऐसी कंपनी है that pays dividend regularly to the shareholders. Every year 2-3 बार it pays dividend, it declares dividend. Y Limited does not declare and pay dividend regularly, but it pays dividend once in a blue moon, like once in 15 years. फिर वापस नहीं देंगे, फिर वापस 10 साल के बाद देंगे. टेल मी, एज अ रैशनल इन्वेस्टर और एज अ लेमैन इन्वेस्टर, इन विच कंपनी यू विल इन्वेस्ट, और कौन सी कंपनी के शेयर्स में ज्यादा ट्रेडिंग होगी? माय क्वेश्चन टू यू. एक्स लिमिटेड. तनु सेज एक्स, कुलदीप सेज एक्स. करेक्ट. एज अ लेमैन इन्वेस्टर क्या सोचेगा? आई वुड वांट इनकम इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डिविडेंड रेगुलरली. So can I say इस कंपनी का शेयर प्राइस ज्यादा होगा because more trading will happen, more demand of this company's shares, so this the share price will go up. तो can I say dividend decisions, देखो एक कंपनी डिविडेंड देती है, it is paying dividend, and एक company is not paying dividend, can I say it is affecting their share prices? Are you able to understand the link what I'm trying to say? The company which is paying dividend, उसकी मार्केट प्राइस पे इफेक्ट अलग है, एंड वन कंपनी विच इज नॉट पेइंग डिविडेंड, उसकी भी इफेक्ट मार्केट प्राइस पे कुछ अलग है. आर यू फॉलोइंग दिस? सो कैन आई से डिविडेंड डिसीजन डज अफेक्ट मार्केट प्राइस? Yes or no? Dividend decision of the company ideally does affect market price, correct? So इस चैप्टर में बस यही डिबेट है कि whether dividend decisions affect market price or not. So according to you, practically होना चाहिए, but here it is divided into two parts, two groups. One is relevance theory and one is irrelevance theory. रेलेवेंस थियरी के टीम में दो पर्सन है, वॉल्टर and Gordon. So according to these two masters, they say dividend decisions of the company will have effect on market price. मतलब कि मान लो कंपनी pays dividend of 10%. So 10% पे let's say market price is 100. Now company is planning to give 90% dividend. So this change in dividend rate will definitely change the market price of the share. Let's say 150 हो गया. So due to this dividend decisions, market price में changes होगा ही होगा. This is what this team of relevance theory says. In relevance theory में we have Modi Gilani Miller. According to Modi Gilani Miller, they say डिविडेंड डिसीजन कुछ भी होने दो 10%, 90%, 50%, market price of the share will remain constant. This is what their theory says. Are you following? So one group of masters says absolutely dividend decision does affect market price. One group of nahi, only one person, only one author or master says dividend decision कुछ भी होने दो, it does not affect market price. Are you following this? Everyone? लिंटनर इस चर्चा में पड़ा ही नहीं है. लिंटनर का डिसीजन इज वेरी सिंपल. व्हाट शुड बी द करंट डिविडेंड दैट कंपनी शुड गिव. सी ये लोगों की लड़ाई किस पे? मार्केट प्राइस कैलकुलेशन पे. These authors are calculating market price, current market price, P0. कि डिविडेंड डिसीजन का करंट मार्केट प्राइस पे कुछ इफेक्ट है कि नहीं, इस पे दे आर डिबेटिंग. आर यू फॉलोइंग? बट लिंटनर इज गिविंग व्हाट शुड बी द करंट डिविडेंड और एक्सपेक्टेड डिविडेंड इन द करंट ईयर. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? सो वो इस डिबेट में पड़ता ही नहीं है. वॉट एवर ही इज लाइक टोटली इनडिफरेंट whether it affects or not. I am not concerned. I am concerned with what should be the amount of the current year's dividend. Are you following? Market price पे उसकी असर हो ना हो, it is not my thing. Followed everyone? So Lintner model is about that. Now let's quickly revise Walter's model. What is the Walter's model? See, can I say they are debating on the effect of market price on the market price? Means can I say they are giving importance on P0? What should be the effect of dividend decision on my current market price? Are you getting this? So ये तीनों मास्टर्स ने फॉर्मूला किसकी दी है? P0 की दी है. So as per Walter, tell me what is the formula of current market price? According to me, practically in the stock market आप देखोगे ना तो it does affect. See, this is academics, right? इसमें हम सारी थियरी पढ़ रहे हैं, तो थियरी के कुछ assumptions भी होते हैं. It does not consider all the practical aspects. So according to me, there are some layman investors, or I would say most of the layman investors invest just basis on the news or advices of third person. ठीक है? So it does affect the market price. P0, can I say the formula is what? E upon K. It is nothing but D plus E minus D ROI upon KE, the whole upon KE. This was the formula of Walter's model. Now, how this formula was derived, you would have learned in your live original classes, not in the revision classes, because we don't have time to explain the derivation in revisionary lectures. So how this was derived or what is the logic of this formula, you would have learned in your normal classes. Okay? But one thing I would like to repeat in revisionary lecture is that, can I say ROI is nothing but return of investment. Return of investment that company is earning from its investment in the projects. And KE is nothing but the cost of raising funds. Just understand logically. So let's say this is my balance sheet. These are the equity owners, means equity shareholders who are giving funds to the company. So can I say if they are giving funds to the company with one hand, they will expect something in return from another hand? एक हाथ से फंड लिया दिया तो कैन आई से दे विल एक्सपेक्ट समथिंग इन रिटर्न फ्रॉम द कंपनी and their expectation can I say becomes cost to the company, so they will expect KE from me. Are you understanding this analogy? Investors, equity owners funded my company with capital. They will not donate to my company. They are not here for charity, right? They will expect something in return. Can I say whatever their expectation, I have to fulfill that. So their expectation becomes my cost. Yes, correct. Obviously expect K. So their expectation is my cost. So let's say they expect 10%. अब कंपनी के पास फंड्स आ गया. एक कंपनी क्या फंड्स ऐसे ही इन गैम्बलिंग इन बैटिंग उड़ा देगी? No, it will invest in its business, right? It will invest in different projects. So it will invest in business. And from that investment of business, company will earn ROI. Yes or no? Let's say company has earned ROI of 15%. Again, are you following? And from this 15%, company will pay 10%. Understood everyone? Understood till here the flow? Followed? Now my question to you. Let's say company has earned 15% from its investment from the business and company is paying 10% to the shareholders. Are you getting this? So let's say company has earned X amount. So can I say if company distributes this return, if company distributes this return that is earned from the business to shareholders, तो कैन आई से फ्रॉम आउटसाइड? अब सोचो कि कंपनी ने बिजनेस से अमाउंट कमाया, जस्ट विजुअलाइज. अब ये जो पैसा कमाया वो शेयर होल्डर्स को दे दिया कि लो आपका हिस्सा ले लो. तो कैन आई से दे आर नाउ गेटिंग दैट चंक ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट अमाउंट अर्न, and from that amount can I say they will earn 10% only outside? Because they are expecting 10% ना from us. तो ये 10% उन्होंने ये डिसाइड कैसे किया होगा? बाहर कहीं 10% कमा रहे होगे. सो दे आर सेइंग आई एम इन्वेस्टिंग इन योर कंपनी, आई एम गिविंग फंड्स टू यू. Outside I am earning 10%, you give me at least 10%. Otherwise, why would I invest in your company? Are you following this? So if this amount is distributed to them, they would have earned 10% from outside. But अगर यही अमाउंट में मैं कंपनी में री इन्वेस्ट करता तो आई वुड हैव अर्न 15% फॉर देम. आर यू गेटिंग दिस? यही अमाउंट में वापस री इन्वेस्ट करता, आई वुड हैव अर्न 15% फ्रॉम द बिजनेस. यही अमाउंट में वापस थर्ड ईयर में इन्वेस्ट करता अपने ही बिजनेस में, आई वुड हैव अर्न 15%. अगर ये अमाउंट सीधा उनको दे देता तो दे वुड इन्वेस्ट दिस मनी आउटसाइड एंड दे वुड हैव अर्न 10%. तो टेल मी, इज इट बेटर टू कीप दिस अमाउंट विद द कंपनी or it is better to distribute as a dividend? Tell me, is it better to keep with the company, means is it better to retain with the company, or it is better to distribute? Keep it, because company has more earning capacity than what investor is earning outside. Are you following? Retain, correct, retain. So Walter says if ROI is greater than KE, company should retain everything and distribute nothing. Are you following? Likewise, if ROI is less than KE, मीन्स कंपनी के कमाने की कैपेसिटी 8% ही है, बट आउटसाइड बाहर से इन्वेस्टर कैन अर्न इजीली 12%. तो इन भलाई इसी में है. इफ यू वांट टू इंक्रीज योर वेल्थ ऑफ द शेयर होल्डर्स, इफ यू वांट टू मैक्सिमाइज द वेल्थ ऑफ द शेयर होल्डर्स, distribute everything and retain nothing. This is what Walter had given the conclusion. But did you understand the logic of Walter's conclusion? कि क्यों सारा कंपनी को रिटेन करना है? When company should retain everything and when company should distribute everything. Are you following? Everyone understood? So Walter's model, या पूरा डिविडेंड दे दो जितना कमाया है, बिकॉज बाहर उसी पैसे से इन्वेस्टर कैन अर्न इजीली 12%. तो उनकी आपका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? उनकी वेल्थ मैक्सिमम करना. तो डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दो सो दैट दे कैन मैक्सिमाइज देयर वेल्थ फ्रॉम आउटसाइड. Followed? So Walter's model is also called as all or nothing approach. Everyone followed this? All or nothing approach means either you distribute the dividend entirely or you distribute nothing. Are you following? So कब nothing, कब entirely distribute करना, understood? Followed everyone? Yeah. If ROI is more than KE, then not distribute. ROI is more than KE means company has more earning capacity. जैसे कि यहाँ 15 था और यहाँ 10 था. Company has more earning capacity than what investor can earn from outside. So it is better to retain with the company. Understood? So next was Gordon's model. And Gordon's model we had already learned in cost of capital chapter. Formula for P0. Can I say it is nothing but D1 upon KE minus G. ठीक है? Cost of capital में we used to calculate KE. KE कैसे आता था? D1 upon P0 plus G. This is the formula that you had learned in cost of capital. अब यही formula से this formula is derived. If I take G on the left hand side, can I say the formula becomes KE minus G is equal to D1 upon P0? Now P0 on this side. Therefore P0 KE minus G is equal to D1. Therefore P0 is equal to D1 upon KE minus G. Followed how the formula is derived. It is derived from cost of capital chapter and another concept called dividend discounting model. Correct. So this was all about Gordon's model. Again, according to Gordon's, changes in dividend decision will definitely affect market price. Are you getting this? Can I say अगर dividend 10% होगा तो यहाँ पे amount would be different. अगर dividend 80% हुआ तो can I say here amount would change? This amount changes, then can I say price changes? So again, Gordon is in the favor of relevance theory that dividend decision does affect market price. Understood? Then we move to MM model. MM is on irrelevance theory. मतलब according to MM, dividend decisions are irrelevant in deciding the market price. Are irrelevant for market price means it does not have any effect on market price. Means आप dividend 0% दो, 10% दो, 50% दो, 65 दो, 100 दो, कुछ भी दो. It is irrelevant. It will not have any effect on market price. A very simple base of his logic, I would say even you will agree. A dividend, can I say company के bank account से देंगे? So let's say this is the balance sheet and this is the bank account which consists of 1 lakh rupees. Can I say ये बैंक अकाउंट के ओनर्स कौन होंगे? शेयर होल्डर्स होंगे? Yes or no? So let's say this is jointly owned by 5 shareholders. 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%. Now, dividend ये अकाउंट से कैन आई से इनके इंडिविजुअल बैंक अकाउंट में जाएंगे? Are you following this? Everyone understood this? So यहाँ पे ये 1 lakh के ओनर्स भी ये 5 शेयर होल्डर्स है. Now if the company distributes the dividend, तो कंपनी के बैंक अकाउंट से इट्स जस्ट अ मियर ट्रांसफर टू इंडिविजुअल बैंक अकाउंट. Yeah, are you following? It's just like you hold two बैंक accounts, ICICI and HDFC. तो ICICI में से HDFC में आप ट्रांसफर करोगे तो क्या आपकी वेल्थ बढ़ जाएगी? क्या ओवरऑल वेल्थ बढ़ जाएगी क्या? Obviously it will remain same. It is a mere transfer from one account to another account. Are you following? So dividend decision does not affect the wealth of the shareholders. Everyone understood? So this was the base logic of MM, that mere transfer of dividend amount from one bank to another does not affect or does not increase the wealth of the shareholders. So like Walter and Gordon gave the formula of current market price, even MM gave the formula for current market price, which is nothing but D1 plus P1, 1 plus 1 upon K. Understood, everyone? Just movement of funds. Yeah, correct. So this is the formula given by MM. So MM not only said that dividend decisions does not affect wealth of the shareholders, but MM went one step ahead. MM said कि डिविडेंड डिसीजंस का वैल्यू ऑफ फर्म में भी कोई असर नहीं आएगा. मींस whatever dividend decisions company give, whether it gives or whether it doesn't give, value of the company, value of the firm also remains constant. This is what MM theory said कि डिविडेंड डिसीजन की इफेक्ट शेयर होल्डर्स के वेल्थ पे तो कुछ नहीं होगी, अग्रीड, but even the company's value, overall value of the firm will remain intact, will not change. Followed, everyone? This was the theory given by MM. Lintner's theory. Let's revise Lintner's model. Now, Lintner's model, again I am repeating, he did not give formula to calculate P0. He gave formula to calculate D1. What should be the company's expected dividend, or what should be the dividend that company should declare in the coming year? इसकी formula दी है. Agreed? So he never went into this debate whether dividend decision affect market price or not. वो कुछ भी होने दो, नहीं भी हो, मुझे कोई लेना देना नहीं है. अफेक्ट होता है मार्केट प्राइस पे, स्टिल आई एम इनडिफरेंट. आई एम कंसर्न विद कंपनी का प्रैक्टिकली व्हाट शुड बी द करंट मार्केट प्राइस. So Lintner's theory is actually a practical theory. Means he had actually undertaken a research of financial managers of various companies. उसने प्रैक्टिकली एक सर्वे किया था. सर्वे किसका किया था? डिफरेंट डिफरेंट फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर्स ऑफ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कंपनीज बिलोंगिंग टू डिफरेंट डिफरेंट इंडस्ट्रीज. तो अब सर्वे में क्वेश्चन क्या था उससे हमें कोई लेना देना नहीं है. वी आर जस्ट कंसर्न विद वो सर्वे का आउटकम क्या है. What is the result of his research work? Are you getting this? Everyone, can you tell me what was the outcome of his research? His outcome of his research was number one, every financial manager of any company, उसने एक सर्वे किया. सर्वे में क्वेश्चनर्स थे अराउंड 40-50 क्वेश्चंस. ही एंडेड हिज क्वेश्चनर्स टू ऑल द फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर्स ऑफ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट कंपनीज. सबका रिप्लाई आया एंड बेस्ड ऑन द रिप्लाई ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर्स ही ड्रू वन कंक्लूजन. व्हाट वाज द कंक्लूजन? एवरी फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर wants have target payout ratio that they want to achieve in long run. What do you mean by target payout ratio? A payout ratio means what should be the percentage of dividend paid from earnings. Means उसका सर्वे ने ये रिजल्ट निकाला. According to Littner, every financial manager had पे आउट रेशियो कि मुझे इस साल एटलीस्ट 40% ऑफ द अर्निंग्स डिविडेंड देना है. मुझे अनदर फाइनेंशियल मैनेजर सेट मुझे इस साल एटलीस्ट 50% आई हैव टू पे from the earnings as dividend. So every financial manager had some or the other target payout ratio in their minds that they wanted to achieve. Are you following this? Achieve हो रहा है कि नहीं हो रहा है, that is a different thing. But every financial manager wanted to pay something, had the target payout ratio that they wanted to achieve. Are you following? This was the first outcome. Second outcome, financial managers were more concerned with percentage change in dividend rather than absolute dividend amount. What does this statement means? It means, let's say there is two company, X Limited, Y Limited. X Limited का last year dividend was ₹10 and Y Limited का last year previous dividend was ₹1,000. So as far as absolute amount is concerned, Y Limited is giving more dividend. But in the current year, coming year, let's say X Limited is paying ₹18 as dividend. So can I say it has distributed or the increase in dividend is by 80%? Yes or no? And in the coming year, Y Limited has distributed ₹1010. If we make absolute comparison, so Y is giving more than X. But they are not concerned with this. They are concerned with this factor. And here, can I see it is just increased by 1%? Yeah, are you following? So they are more concerned with this changes in percentage of dividend rather than this amount. Yeah, are you following? देखने जाए तो इसमें तो सिर्फ ₹8 बढ़ा है, देखने जाए तो यहाँ पे ₹10 बढ़ा है, but the dividend amount is 1,000. So they are not concerned with the absolute amount of dividends. Financial managers were concerned with this. Why? Because मान लो इस साल में 80% कंपनी ने दिया, अब नेक्स्ट ईयर कुछ डिविडेंड ही नहीं दिया, तो कहना है से इन्वेस्टर के माइंड में गलत इंप्रेशन सेट हो जाएगी कंपनी की कि यार लास्ट ईयर तो 80% दिया है, तो करंट ईयर एटलीस्ट 90% तो डिविडेंड इंक्रीज होना ही चाहिए. Are you getting this? What I'm trying to say? So this percentage, if we go by absolute amount, then it creates a wrong impression in the minds of shareholders that, oh wow, in the current year company has increased the dividend by 80%. So next year it should at least increase by 90%. Are you getting this? This is creating a false or wrong impression. So they are concerned with this percentage changes in dividend rather than absolute amount. Correct? And last but not the least, point 3, every financial manager doesn't like to reverse their dividend decisions once already taken. This is the third outcome of the survey. Means एक बार if the financial manager had decided that I had paid ₹10 last year, then at least current year में 10 तो दूंगा ही दूंगा. I would not like to reverse this decision. Means I cannot reverse, means I cannot decrease this amount. Last year मैंने 10 दिया था as a dividend that I had only decided, yes or no? So I would not like to change my decision of the previous year. I would not like to reverse my own decisions. Are you following? यहाँ पे there is no decision review system. There is no DRS. Are you following? If I have given out, then it has to be out. Understood? See, if I have distributed 10 last year, तो current year में minimum 10 तो देना ही है. Following? So this is the third outcome of his Yeah, Anil, just what is your query? You raised your hand, right? Okay. Understood. So financial manager doesn't like to reverse their own decision. Followed? If they have decided कि last year हम see this decision was taken by themselves. उन्होंने ये decide किया था amount कि we would give 1,000 or 10 in the previous year. So they doesn't like to reverse this decision. Means at least minimum 10 तो देना ही है और 1,000 तो देना ही है. Above that, anything is fine. But again, we have to see this percentage changes as well. So all these outcomes, all the three outcomes of Lintner's survey, he placed into one formula. What is the formula? He gave current year dividend should be at least last year plus something. Something is earnings per share into target payout ratio minus D0. So this is nothing but percentage changes. This bracket is nothing but point number 2, concerned with percentage changes. This is nothing but point number 3, does not like to reverse his original decision that is taken. And this is multiplied by adjusting factor. Adjusting factor is nothing but, actually it is an imaginary number, but what I feel is nothing but adjusting factor is readiness of financial manager. Readiness of what? Readiness to accept these changes. Are you following? Actually, in your module, it is written that adjusting factor is an imaginary number. Imaginary number means balancing figure. See, practically क्या होता है? कंपनी को कितना डिविडेंड देना है करंट ईयर, इट इज ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड. दिस इज ऑलरेडी डिसाइडेड. Practically, yeah, in practical world, I'm saying. So this is nothing but balancing figure. But what I feel is this adjusting factor shows the readiness of the financial manager. A readiness means shirt pant, अच्छे कपड़े पहन के readiness. No, readiness to accept these changes. How much he is ready to accept 80% changes? Are you getting this? This is what Lintner's model का formula is. Understood, everyone? There is one more formula that ideally comes in MCQ, Graham and Dodd. Graham and Dodd ka formula of P0. Again, he has given formula for P0. It is nothing but D plus earnings by 3 into M. Now, how this formula has been derived, you would have learned in your normal classes. So, Graham and Dodd model ka base is that P multiple model. You know na how to calculate MPS using PE. EPS into PE, correct? So ग्राम एंड डॉट मॉडल का बेस कुछ इसका है, ऐसा बेस है उसका. So instead of P, he has used multiply. P is also one multiple only, but he has denoted by M, multiply. The base is this, and by taking this base, he has derived this formula. And how this market price is nothing but P0. EPS is nothing but earnings. Followed, and P instead of P, he has used multiplier. So from this base, he has derived this formula. And how this formula is derived, I think you would have learned in your regular classes. They neutralize any adverse. Yes, correct. Practical. So Kuldeep, what you are trying to say is practically what it happens. Means practically ये D1 तो decided ही होता है कि कंपनी को कितना देना है. Based on that, this adjusting factor is decided or it is found. Followed, everyone? So with this, we had quickly revised the concepts of dividend decisions. Understood, everyone? Any doubts? I hope today's session had added some values in your FM universe, in your FM ka life. I hope it created some value addition to you. Okay, so with this, we end today's session. Thank you all for your Sunday evening, I would say. Thank you all for your time. And thanks. Yeah, it was quick, but limited time and I had to cover vast syllabus. Thank you. Yeah, we will meet on 10th of December and we will revise working capital management. No, it is not growth. Bushra, it is not growth. Practically, it is a balancing figure. How balancing figure? Because this D1 is decided. You have D0, you have earnings per share, you have payout ratio, and you have D0. So practically it is balancing figure. But what I feel, my personal view is it is readiness of financial manager. कौन सी चीज का रेडीनेस? व्हाट रेडीनेस? शादी का रेडीनेस? नो, इट इज नॉट अबाउट वेयरिंग न्यू क्लोथ्स और रेडी होना, वैसी बात नहीं कर रहा हूं. रेडीनेस टू एक्सेप्ट दिस percentage changes of dividend. How much ready means 10%, whether he is 10% ready to accept this, whether he is 90% ready to accept this. If he is 90% ready, the adjusting factor would be 0.9. If he is 20% ready to accept these changes, then adjusting factor would be 0.2. Are you following this? Shagufta, just be quick because so May 24 question paper. Is it on investment and dividend decision question? So today's session is only on investment and dividend decision. So apologies for that, but yes, you can still email your doubts and the concerned person will surely reply to your doubts. Okay? Or else, if your revisionary lecture on cost of capital is left, then you can ask to the concerned faculty. Okay? Just email on board of studies का email ID. ठीक है? So from website you will get the board of studies का email ID and you can just raise your query and concerned faculty or concerned person will surely revert to your doubts. Or if cost of capital का revisionary lecture is still left, then you can clear in that session. ठीक है? So thank you all for your time. I think we are already 10 minutes up. So we need to end this. Thank you all. Have a nice Sunday.